And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheap Ludes. I know I'm so full of life at the current moment. You know, contrary to popular belief, I do not wake up and fuel myself with hate or disdain for this game. You know, I don't wake up ready with the intention to just start hating immediately. Like, instead of a nice cup of coffee, I just engulf myself in hatred for the game that I play every single day. That's not how I start my mornings. It's not how I would prefer to start my mornings or my content in any way, shape, or form. But alas, the way the game has been updated for the last couple weeks, I really just have no choice. I don't. Oh, let's get into it. So it's Tuesday. They did do Tuesday content for the first two seasons of the game, which was well received. As per usual, I mean the Evos were not so well received, but I mean, when you make them so ridiculous, especially with the glitch, like, you're gonna have poorly received Evos for sure. But I mean, for the most part, the Tuesday content was very well received, right? Then last season they decided to just do away with Tuesday content altogether and go to super packs, which, whatever. I loved the Shades of set and I love the glitch set, so why they did away with this concept is beyond me. And in season 4, I fully expected them to bring back Tuesday packs because it was so incredibly unpopular that they were going to do super packs every Tuesday. But nope, here we are back to super packs again for Tuesdays. It's super packs and Evos again. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I despise this in every way, shape, or form. Like, there's not one positive to this, in my opinion anyway. First off, they're VC only for some reason. It would be a different concept if they were MT purchasable. If they were MT purchasable, I would still be annoyed by this, but I wouldn't be as mad. I would just be like, whatever, this is lazy. If they were MT purchasable and there was like 3 new cards in here, like, this is something that they did, which was unpopular, I will say, in past iterations. They did this in 21, they did this in 22 as well. It's not like those were popular by any means, not like people were really stoked on those, but at the bare minimum, at least, they were MT purchasable and there was a few new cards to pick up, right? This happened late in 21 and in 22 at some point it also occurred. So if they did that and they were like 10,500, like, I don't think I would be that upset, realistically. I mean, looking at the odds, they're not great anyway. Still sub 2% chance for an opal, 7% for a pink diamond. Majority of these PDs aren't even PDs anyone really wants at this point. Like, outside of Damar, who you can earn in unlimited, Magic, I think, is really the only expensive one. Like, Kobe's here too. Like, he's still kind of got a price. Yeah, he's still kind of pricey. I mean, he's Kobe, you know what I mean? But other than that, all of these, majority of them are buyouts outside of like the big names like your Kobe's, your LeBrons, your KDs, I think. But majority of these cards are buyouts. So there's really no reason to actually open these in any way, shape, or form. So please, do not open these. Also, they didn't lower the price on these at all. They're still like 15,000 VC. Not only are they VC only, but they're expensive VC only as well. So it's like, why did you even do this? Don't open these. I'm not gonna open any of these. Like, I'm not doing it. I would highly recommend that you do not do it. I don't care if there's a card in here that you actually want. Don't open them. The more VC gets spent, the more of these packs get open, the more incentivized they are to keep doing this. So please do not open these packs at all. I mean, realistically, there should be a game-wide pack embargo like they did in Madden, because that actually affected the game quite positively when they stopped buying packs for a little bit. So we should do that, but that's a whole thing. That's like collective bargaining. I don't think that the MyTeam community has it within themselves to stop buying packs for a week, being that the discourse over the Larry Nance challenges yesterday is super toxic. Like, so I don't think we have the collective power to come together and fight for change in any way, shape, or form. So it's whatever. We also got some other content. We didn't get any new moments cards technically. We got this spotlight that we knew we were gonna get. Killian Hayes, whatever. I mean, he'll be pretty solid if he gets the Evo. Like, if he gets an Evo, he'll be decent, because you can't apply any badges to him, but he's got an okay release. Like, it's pretty decent. He doesn't really have any shooting badges, but he's got decent size at the point guard, being 6'5", so he's like a very middle of the road point guard, I would say, like height wise at this point. Other than that, I mean, he's got some solid enough badges. Tendencies are okay. Like a 99 pass intercept is solid. Like his animations are decent. Like he's a very decent card. And if he were to get that Evo, if he scores 10 points, like he'd be a pretty good budget point guard, in my opinion, anyway. I could be wrong about that. The challenges themselves aren't that hard. They're just kind of time consuming, so I haven't, started them yet, but whatever. We also got a new Lunar New Year card. We got Wang. I like how they're just going down one overall every day. Like it's like 96, 95, 94. I personally don't care about the overall drop. In my opinion, it doesn't really make that big of a difference between like a 94 and a 96. It's just all about the player in general. And Wang is pretty good. Like the release is solid. It is only on normal, but it's a good release regardless. He's not moving like that, but he's got a good stable of badges as well. Tendencies aren't great, but he's also kind of huge. He's going to be ran kind of in the same way that people run Kristaps Porzingis. So if that's a card that you were interested in, he is slightly bulkier Kristaps. So he's bulkier than Kristaps, but slightly like shorter. And he has a better jump shot. But other than that, they're very, very similar in kind of like what they're able to bring to your team. So Wang is good. He'll be like an Apex budget center. It'll be like him and Jaren Jackson Jr. will be the budget centers that you'll see majority of people run. That being said, I like the challenges too. 21 points with a Clippers center in a game, not locked to online. Love that. 2 blocks with Mavericks players in a game, not locked to online. Love that. 4 3-pointers with a center in a game, easy enough. Win 5 clutch time off or clutch time on. Okay. And then apply 5 badges. So really easy challenges as well. More similar to like the Sean Marion grind than it would have been to like Larry Nance. I don't know, man. I am disappointed with the content. Before I start talking about Larry Nance, because I'm going to talk about Larry Nance again, we also got Evos. So the Evos that we got were Kevin Love. So if you ended up locking in for the season 1 Kevin Love, like you have the option here. It's not the hardest Evo in the world too. And he does get better, but it's like he's still super slow, has awful tendencies. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst Evo in the world. It's cool that he got an Evo, though. Like, whatever. I don't mind when they give older cards Evos. It lets you use a card that you really, really liked for longer, so I think that's kind of cool. Duncan Robinson also got one. Yeah, I mean, I guess Duncan Robinson actually gets kind of good, to be honest. Like, he's a 6'7" 2 guard, and with that Evo, like, he gets relatively decent. Like, his defense is still kind of man, but he gets a bunch of shooting badges. He gets, like, clamp breaker, quick first step. His ball handle is still like a 72 though, so it does kind of hurt him a little bit. He has some actually good dribble moves, by the way, too. Like the Ja Morant dribble style, I like. I know some people don't think it's that great. I think it's fine. Scottie Pippen behind the back, not as overpowered as last year, still good. His release is solid. Like, he's a good budget card as well. Then we also got Drazen Petrovic. Drazen Petrovic has one. He's kind of like on the pricier side, though. All these cards are expensive now, by the way. Like, I mean, it's not exactly shocking, but I think all of them are kind of meh. 95k is wild. Like 95k is wild. His release stays on normal, which was the issue with the card in the first place, as far as I'm aware. You can correct me if I'm wrong and his release goes to quick. Like the James Bouknight release might be a lot better. So if his release goes to quick, maybe he'll be pretty good. I don't think he's worth this price regardless, though. The other one is CJ McCollum, which is interesting, I suppose. He actually turns into like low-key kind of a demon for no reason. Like his defense goes way up. Like his tendencies are still kind of bad, but he moves really well. The release is fast, so a lot of people are going to like that. He gets a really good stable of badge upgrades too. A lot of the cards that lock in for him are up in price. I sold Miles Turner for I think like 95k, which is probably on the lower end, but I feel like he'll come back down to earth at some point. That's what's up. He's expensive. Like Dave Bing is expensive now. Let's see. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf is kind of expensive now. Kevin Martin, I would assume, is expensive. I can't look because, you know. Let's see. Yeah, Robert Covington's pricey. Like he went from like 2,000 MT to like 10. Larry Sanders is up there. All the cards that lock in for McCollum have gone up by about 50% realistically. Like Scotty Barnes was like 2,000 MT yesterday. So all of them are a little bit more expensive, if not like way more expensive. You always want to check the golds, man. The golds are where it's at. You can find like a sneaky gold that no one has that's like super expensive sometimes. Like Kent Bazemore is like almost 10k, which is wild, man. So you can make a decent amount of MT if you want to purge your collection of these guys, especially if you have like Miles Turner and like Dave Bing. You know, that'll get you about 150k right there. You know, almost. Well, him, Mahmood, and Dave Bing will get you about 150k after 2k takes their little 10% skim off the top. So that's what's up. The other person that got an Evo is Tatum. Tatum got an Evo. It doesn't really do a whole lot. He doesn't go up to a Dark Matter, by the way. That's a misconception. He goes up to a 98 overall. He doesn't get a single badge upgrade. He gets plus 10 free throw, plus 4 driving layup, plus 12 draw foul, which I guess could be helpful. And then his release goes up to quick. So it's possible actually that Drazen's release goes up because that's not indicating on the database, so I'm not entirely sure. But that's also been speculated as well. Some people said his release does not go up to quick. Some people said it does. There's no real way to tell. Like, 2K didn't say anything about it, and the database states that it's still on normal, so it's possible this is like a vanity upgrade where it does basically nothing. That's kind of what it's looking like, but there are people on both sides of the aisle who say, yes, it went up to quick, or no, it did not go up to quick, it stayed on normal. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I guess we'll find out. Now I would like to talk about Larry Nance for a little bit, okay? I didn't want to do a whole video on this because just like it's lame at the end of the day. I'm not trying to do a whole like drama stoking video, but I did want to talk about it for a second, right? Larry Nance challenge. Talked about this on stream a little bit yesterday. I think the stream is probably going to be linked at the end of the video if you want to go watch that, whatever. Let me run down the situation here. Everyone knows about Larry Nance at this point. Like, his agendas are easy, right? Anybody who plays this game semi-serious, you know, who consistently plays online, etc., like, is going to be familiar with the agendas, and they're going to be relatively easy, especially because dunks are the way that they are this year. So let me start by saying that, because I agree with people who say, like, no, the challenges are really easy. They are relatively easy, but here's the thing. We had a perfect grind with the holiday grind, right? Nobody complained about the holiday grind. The reason nobody complained about the holiday grind is because anybody was able to get the cards however they wanted to get the cards. Number one, okay, so right there we had the perfect grind, which was perfect for the entire community. I mean, let me just, for an example, look at the most used team. These are the teams of the week. So what 2K does with this, it's pretty simple. I'm not really going to break it down too hard, but they look at every single roster or every single player's most played cards and then put them here. So starter job, Bradley Beal, 3 of the most used cards are from the holiday event. That should tell you something. And then Diamond LeBron, because it's LeBron. You know what I mean? But this should tell you that not only was this event really nice for everybody, it was also incredibly popular. Everyone did it, clearly. Even the 40 blocks, everyone did it to get Jaren Jackson Jr., right? So why is it an issue that people are saying, hey, we would like those challenges back? Like, those challenges didn't force anyone to play online, which is the sole reason that so many people have those cards, right? I don't know. My thing with these challenges is you shouldn't have to play online if you don't want to, right? Some people have bad connections. Some people just don't enjoy online play. There is 2 components to my team. There is an offline component and there is an online component. If there were online only rewards like there used to be, like literally like, oh yeah, you play unlimited and you get the unlimited player, that's fine. But when you take the agendas and you force people to go play online who don't normally play online, you're basically just throwing a giant middle finger at that player base. Like, you're just telling them, no, you don't get the card. And I've seen a lot of discourse, and I'm not going to sit here and like, I don't know, go off and be like, this guy said this or this guy said this. Not because A, I'm not afraid to speak the truth, and B, I'm not like trying to be rude. Like, I'm not trying to like blow someone's spot up just because they had a Twitter take. You know what I mean? Like, if you're watching this and you said it, like, just know I'm talking to you. But like, I'm not trying to be rude about it or anything. But I've seen a lot of like I guess, kind of discontent for players who play the game offline, which has been not chill. Like, I don't sit here and bash people who play the game differently than I do. Like, I make fun of sweat lords and stuff from time to time because that's like a hyper psychotic like grew of the player base that like actively ruins other people's gaming experiences. But like, that's different, you know what I mean? If you come to me and you're like, I love unlimited, I'm not going to tell you you're an idiot. I'm just going to be like, yeah, you know what, that's cool, and unlimited's not really for me, but that's what's up. But to kind of scoff at all the offline players and just tell them, well, this reward's not for you. Not every reward needs to be you. Like, what do you want, a participation trophy? Just using like these weird boomer things to say, like, dude, relax. Okay, at the end of the day, this is an E for everyone sports title. Okay, this is not this is not an esports title, man. It is an E for everyone sports title. It's an NBA video game. Dude, people who are fans of the NBA that just want to come have fun and collect cards, because I don't know if you know this, it's the whole point of the mode is to collect cards. They just want to hop on, man. Maybe they got like an hour or something after work, dude. They're not trying to go sweat it out against a 19-year-old that's been up for 46 hours straight, labbing the game for 250k quals. Like, they just want to chill out. Like, maybe they want to go play some challenges, dude. Just recreate some NBA moments. I don't know, dude. Just play some basketball. You know, the thing we all used to do for fun back in the 2000s that people for some reason think didn't happen. Like, it's the weird scoffing at offline players that I don't enjoy. Like, at the end of the day, people should be able to play the game however they want, and it's not a free handout, and it's not a what was it? Participation trophy. You're still doing a challenge to get the stuff. They just shouldn't have to go do it online if they don't want to. Like, it's weird. Just weirdo energy, dude. I don't know. It's like an ego thing. Like, I just don't understand it personally. If somebody wants to do dunks offline, let them do dunks offline. If they don't play online anyway, who cares if they get the card? You're never going to see them or play against anybody. Yeah, you could say, well, everyone's going to have the same team. Everyone who plays online is going to have the same team because they're going to go do this. So it doesn't really matter. My concern with this isn't the dunks. I don't think it's a bad challenge necessarily. But my concern is that the challenges are going to get progressively more annoying. And pretty soon we're going to have to do things like win streaks or steals online, blocks online, like win certain amount of games, stuff like that. Like, this is a stepping stone to a much bigger issue that will be coming up, especially when we get closer to Yi. Like, the challenges are only going to get more intense, especially on like Fridays. So I'm concerned that they're going to start really gatekeeping this behind online play. And look, realistically, if I'm wrong about that and this is the only online lock challenge, then it's not that bad. I don't have any issues with it. I would prefer if it was like the holiday event, but I mean, whatever. Anyways, my point is, dude, be chill to other people. It's not that serious. Like, if somebody's complaining because they don't want to play online to get this reward card when it is the only reward card in the entire game this season, you don't need to be condescending and rude to them and tell them they're looking for participation trophies, man. Everyone who's playing this game paid between $60 to $150 just to have this game. It is not a free handout, and it is not a participation trophy that they would like to get either free or relatively easy rewards for the time that they put into this game. That's all I'm saying. And look, if you think that people are being ridiculous because they're asking for online challenges to be taken out, that's not what it is. It's just that when the only grind in the entirety of this season is centered pretty much solely on random online challenges, it's going to get rid of, like, I don't know, a very large percent, especially if you're a content creator, it's going to get rid of a pretty large percentage of people that are going to watch your videos, so it's not really a good look, you know what I mean? Anyways, rant over. It just bothered me. Like, it bothers me, the discourse that we've seen basically this whole year. Like, if we're asking for changes and then people are just scoffing at them because we're just like, get good, bro. I hate that, and please stop being like that. It's not healthy for you to be like that. You're gonna turn out jaded and weird, so stop doing that, please. Anyways, super packs suck. Don't open them. Literally do not open them. Send the message to 2K that, like, we don't want super packs, we want new cards. We've got an entire season of recycled cards. The least you could have done would be to put new cards in the pack market instead of recycling more cards. So, have a good day, you guys. Peace.